Hi friends, it's Anne here, and this is part 3, I think, of what I'm going to do for my makeup inventory for 2023. I was actually just realizing in my videos from last year, one of the reasons why they're super long is because I swatched everything, I think, or swatched a lot of things. So if you want to see swatches, particularly in the lip products, I definitely did swatch all of my lip products in last year's lip video, and there's not a whole lot of variation between my collection last year to this year. So if you want to see swatches of any products, they'll be in last year's videos. I will link last year's video down below. So this video is the lip category video. Up front, I'm just going to say not much on my lip inventory is going to go down. Most of these categories are going to be going up because that's just how I roll. I really struggle with lip products. I love lip products. I always want to try new ones. I get tired of the ones that I have. I forget about the ones that I have. I lose the ones that I have because they get distributed like between different bags and boxes and in the bathroom and everywhere else. So yeah, so this is my lip, what I call my lip balm category. These are just plain old lip balms. They're not lip masks. They're not tinted. They're just plain lip balms. So I have 2 potted ones. I actually had 3 last year, but I finished the rose salve one. These are just like regular tube lip balms. These ones are minis. And this one's kind of a new one to me. I have like sort of, I don't know what this is, like a liquidy one. It's kind of like a pot one, but in a tube, texture-wise. And I do have one more lip balm that sits in my car. It's another Fisherman one, like this. It's a really weird flavor, but I just kind of keep it in my car. Eventually that one will finish. But yeah, this category I had 10 last year, and this year I have 9. So it really has not gone down. And also there is a lip balm that I included in this, and I didn't realize it was tinted until I used it. So it's not here right now, but it is, I still have it. So technically this category didn't really go down compared to last year. Here we are with my lip oil collection. I keep this pretty small, although I have been eyeing up a couple of these Merit ones because I really do like the Merit one, and they have some new shades. I don't know if it's the same line or a different line, but they have like a pink one now. Like I think they're called gelées or something. They really intrigue me. Also, I want to try the Rare Beauty lip oils, which I think they're like a tinted lip stain. But yeah, I kind of keep this category small on purpose because I'm not a big lip oil person, but I really like the NYX one. I think this is a really nice one. This one I don't love. I can actually see myself maybe decluttering this one and not actually finishing it. Got this in a top box, I think. So last year I had 5 lip oils. I think it's because I had the e.l.f. lip oil, which was kind of like a hybrid lip oil lip gloss, which I finished. So this year I just have the 4. So this is my lip mask section, and this has gone up quite a bit from last year, but that's because I bought this set of minis from Laneige. I don't know how well you can see that. The focus, yeah. This whole set of minis, which I've been playing with this one. I've used this one quite a bit. This particular one, I have a pan in, I think. Yes, I definitely have pan in this guy, this Burt's Bees lip mask, so I'll definitely be able to finish that one this year. So I'm not overly concerned because 6 out of the 7 are minis. This is the Bite Agave lip mask, and I had a full size of this that I finished up last year, so I definitely, when I get around to using this, it won't take that long to finish because it's just a mini. So again, not overly concerned about the number in this because they're all mostly small, and the full size one I already got pan in. So yeah, last year I had 3 lip masks, and this year I have 7, so that category did go up. Alright, here we are with basically what I'm calling lip tints. It's tinted lip balms plus a couple of lip stains. I do have a couple of lipsticks that could potentially fit into this category because they're pretty sheer, but I'll just put them with the lipsticks. This category's grown by quite a bit, particularly because I bought that sugar mini set and I bought these 2 items. Also, I had this with my lip balms, but it's actually tinted. Yeah, so I do have a lot in this, but I feel like some of these items, like I feel like I'm using this up pretty quickly. I'm definitely using the Tower 28 up pretty quickly, so I know I'll finish at least one. I know for sure I'll finish this item by this year. But this category I'm not mad about because I think this is a category that I can see myself growing because I like lip tints. Like I definitely am gearing towards more lip tints over lipsticks and definitely over liquid lipsticks. So yeah, like I'm not mad. I'm not mad that this category is where it's at. Also, I talked a lot about this and about decluttering these. These are these Burt's Bees lip shimmers in, I think they're rhubarb. I finally have like warmed up to really liking those. So I'm glad I didn't get rid of them because I do really quite like them. Yeah, so last year in this little category, I had 10. This year, that's obviously more than 10 by looking at it. It's 16. So definitely grown. I mean, there's 5 right there that I added that were new last year. So 16. So definitely a category that's gone up. This is one that I'm contemplating like getting rid of because I'm not so sure about it. But, you know, we'll kind of broach that when we get to it. So I'm going to take a moment here to pause because last year I calculated all of my lip balm categories. So the categories I just went through, the basic lip balms, the lip oils, the lip masks, and the lip tints. This has gone up. Last year I had 28. This year I have 36. So yeah, kind of a lot. Like I said, I'm not mad because I like a lot of these products. So it's like, and I know they're usable for me. Like I get more, like I really like lipsticks, but then I get hard on myself, like, or disappointed in myself because I know I can't finish lipsticks. So I know I shouldn't buy too many lipsticks, but these are products that I know I can finish or that I'll use regularly. Like they're easy, throw in your purse, throw on without wearing or without a mirror type product. So yeah, those are my lip tints. Oh, I forgot to mention that in that category, last year I did have 2 lip balms that were my mom's lip balms. I've decided to take them out of my collection, and so they're not counted. Like I don't use them. So, but I'm not throwing them out either. So they're just sort of like, I have some items that I've kept, but they don't sit with my makeup collection, so I don't count them in my inventory. All right, here we are with lip glosses. I would say I love lip glosses. It's one of my favorite categories of lip product, and I have too many. But like I've said with a lot of other categories, I'd be really hard pressed to figure out what to get rid of in here. Kind of looking at it, I can see myself decluttering 2 or 3 at the most, but really nothing else after that. But then I know I can't really finish all of these either. But actually, when I looked at this, I was like, oh, I have so many lip glosses. I got so many last year. Like, I bought so many new ones. However, I'm pleasantly surprised that in this category, I only went up by 3, which is actually pretty good for me. So last year I had 30 lip glosses, and this year I have 33. So that's not bad at all. These are new ones. So this is, I didn't bother taking them out of the box. These are from the ColourPop Bambi collection. Hopefully lighting wise that's a little bit better, not so stark white. As somebody told me, the like gold all rubbed off on this one, which I'm so mad about. It's the one I took to Florida with me. Those 3 are new. This L'Oreal Paris one is new. This Bite one is new. This Too Faced one is new. I think I got this one last year, but I don't think it's new in terms of my collection. Or maybe I got it at the very end of 2021. But yeah, like I really like a lot of the products. Like favorites out of this, I do love the Revlon. I have 2 Revlon, the gloss. This is the new version. That's the old version. I really like the Sephora ones. I really like the Fenty ones. I do gravitate towards the Fenty one in Fussy. I think it's more for the color. The texture is a little thick, but I do really like the color of this one. I do really like this Too Faced one that I bought. Yeah, I really like these ones too from ColourPop. I really enjoy those. I really like this one from Essence. I don't know if they still have these. This is the Plumping, I think they called them Plumping Nudes or something like that, lip glosses. Things that I would declutter if I had to declutter some stuff. I'm really not loving this Marc Jacobs one. This one actually was, I think, maybe new to me last year. It's a little paler. It's in Sugar, a little paler than what I would like. Same with this Wet n Wild one. It's a little milky for my taste. I kind of keep going back and forth on this Jouer one about keeping it or not. I'm actually kind of almost done with this one. I'm ready to declutter this probably pretty soon or call it because I don't want to struggle with it. And I found that this, actually I could have put this with my tinted lip balms. This product, the Revlon Plumping Lip Cream in, what shade is this? Barely Blush is very, very similar to this product, the Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump in the shade Cherry Blossom. Like, color-wise, very, very similar. Actually, very similar to, like, this one as well, because this one's a bit more brown in the shade Ginger. This is the regular one. But I feel like from a product perspective, because these both have the, like, minty cooling effect, that it's a little closer to this one. So considering this one's new and I like the format of this one better and I like the color of this one just a little bit better, it's not quite as, this one's a little light sometimes, like my lighting. The clouds are starting to go away. So yeah, so I feel like I've talked enough about my lip glosses. So yeah, I'm not mad that this category went up a little. It's not too out of control, but I know it's probably a lot, and I could whittle it down. And like, I always want to buy lip gloss, so like, part of the reason that prevents me from buying new ones is I do have all of these. Like, I know I need to finish some of these or let go of some of these before I buy some new ones. Okay, here we are with my liquid lipsticks. These are all the ones that are like in a liquid format. I do have a couple of other lipsticks that are a bit long wearing, but they're like crayon form or bullet form, so I don't put them in this category. This category is a little higher than I would like, mostly because I have stuff in here that I keep but I don't really use. So for example, mostly this. So I got all of these in a lucky bag a couple of years ago. I think I decluttered something. I've talked about, like, this one I think is getting a bit dry, so I might need to declutter this one. I wouldn't have gone out of my way to buy Jeffree Star, but, you know, it's fine. I've got them. These are super cute. I don't want to ever get rid of them. They might go into, like I said, I have that sort of collection of things that aren't really part of my makeup collection, but I keep them anyway. Oh, this one's an Ofra one too. So let's just move that one over here. Oh, and it's going to roll away. So we're going to put it right there instead. These ones are all Ofra. You can kind of see which kind of liquid lipstick I like the best. I really do like the Ofra ones. It's a fairly thin formula. I'm like not straight at all, am I? There, is that a little bit better? There we go. Why was I so off kilter there? Yeah, I'm not a fan of the owner's political views, let's just say, and I really don't go out of my way to buy Ofra, but I do really like their liquid lipstick formula. It's very thin. Feels not too drying on the lips. It's a really nice product. My other favorite is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. I actually really want to get a red one in this shade. I think there's a red that I really want, because this red and this red are like, and this red, like, this is an orangey red. This is really deep. This one's also really just different. I kind of want a true red, a brighter red, and I might get it in this formula, or I might get the crayon. I'm not 100% sure yet. But I'm probably going to buy one of those, and potentially soon. That might be, I've actually already broken, I don't want to say broken, but I have purchased something. I am on a makeup no buy, or beauty no buy right now, but I did just purchase something that you'll see in my buys and buys, which probably went up before this video, and potentially that lip product will be, if I buy it now. Again, not sure if I will, but yeah, I really like this formula as well. I do like the crayon version. I just feel like this one is super long lasting. Like, it just does not move. And the best way to wear this is you really have to wipe off the wand and go really thin with it. Because if you just pull it out of the wand and throw it on, it's too thick, in my opinion. You really want to, like, wipe off the wand and go in really thin with it. And it's a really nice product if you want to wear a liquid lipstick. Yeah, I'm not a huge liquid lipstick person. This is kind of like max, and the only time I ever get rid of these is when they dry out. I will never ever pan a liquid lipstick. This is also one that I will keep until it's like dead. This is from ColourPop, and it's in the shade Wolfie. If you didn't know, I used to have a cat named Wolfie, so that's why I bought it, was because the name. So yeah, those are my liquid lipsticks, and this category has gone down. So this year I have 19, and last year I had 20. And this category actually, again, strategically has gone down, and I'm really proud of myself with this one, because like I said, I don't wear a lot of liquid lipsticks. In 2020, I had 30. So I've gone down by 11 since 2020, and I think that's really good. I had 30 in 2020. I went down to 25 in 2021. I went down to 20 last year. and I'm down to 19 right now. So again, if I can kind of keep this category pretty small, I'm happy with that. Okay, here is my, what I call my bullet lipstick collection. I have other lipsticks that are like skinny tubes and other shapes, but these are just like the straight up basic bullet lipstick. All my minis are along the top here. This product was in the lip gloss category because there's two sides to this. There's a lip gloss and a lipstick. I did try and color coordinate these quickly, ever so slightly. It's not perfect. All of my minis are fairly nude, except for this one's a bit of a brighter color, but most of them are fairly nude to plummy colors. These are sort of my nude colors here, into like my pinks, into my mauves, a couple bright colors. This is like a plum, unique color. Nothing else is really like that one. These are like my bright pinks, a couple purples, one brown, and then 5 reds, which like I really whittled down my reds quite a bit because I used to have way too many reds and I just don't wear a whole lot of red. This category, I'm proud of myself. It's gone down, and it's the first time that it's really gone down since 2020. So currently I have 39 lipstick bullets. Last year I had 42, which is the same number I had in 2021, and in 2020 I had 41. So it hasn't gone down a lot, I know. I don't celebrate just yet. But it's definitely gone down, and I've talked about, I think there's a couple products I think I can declutter from this at the end of this year. I think I might do a declutter either after I do my Shop My Stash or at the end of the year. I haven't decided, but I'm kind of, now that I've been going through my Shop My Stash and I'm kind of really getting to know my collection, I feel like this year I'm ready to do a bit of a declutter. Not a whole lot. Like, I'm not talking about getting rid of half of my stuff, but like 2 or 3 items in each category for sure I think I can do, which for me is like epic. Although I did do a few good rounds of like decluttering my lip products, because again, my lip products get pretty out of control for me at times, because I love them so much, and I want, like, when I get a formula I like, I want to buy multiple in it, which is a problem for me, because especially lipstick bullets, I just don't go through them very fast. So this is an area that I know I need to keep under control. I feel like looking at this, still a little too many. If I were to pick a number, this doesn't feel too bad looking at it, but I still would like to whittle it down to maybe around between 30 and 35. Like 30, I feel like 30 is a good number. I think one of the things though that helps with this, even though it's 39, like look how many minis I have. I have what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of them are minis. So to me, like, they're like a full lipstick in of themselves. So I don't feel so bad having that many lipsticks, knowing that 9 of them are minis. So yeah, happy that that one went down. I know it's not a whole lot, but for me, that is progress. Okay, here is my last category of lip products before we get to lip liners. And these could be broken down into other categories. Most of these are like a lipstick in like a tube formula. So like all of these like ColourPop ones are basically like a lipstick, except for some of them are more like tinted lip balms because they're kind of sheer. But yeah, these just kind of are irregular lip products that don't really fit easily in the other categories. They're nicely in the other categories, so that's why I just kind of group them here. These two, the L'Oreal one and the Smashbox one, are like a liquefied lipstick, so they're liquid format, but they're not a liquid lipstick. They don't dry down. This is like what is it, HD Sand? I forget is it L'Oreal? No, Revlon. That's a Revlon. These ones are all ColourPop. This is a L'Oreal. This one's an Hourglass. So I do have 2 reds in here. The Hourglass one and this Julep one is a red. So again, I try to really cut down on my reds because I don't wear them that often. But yeah, there's some things in here that I definitely feel like I could declutter. This is a category that I find really hard to pan. I feel like these products, because they're so long, there's a lot of product in them, and they're very difficult for me to pan personally. So in this group, I don't see myself panning a lot. Again, if you want to see swatches, I'm pretty sure I did swatches of everything or most things. I don't think there's anything new here except for this ColourPop one, which is brown. Everything else I should have swatches for in my previous video. So this category's gone down. Not a whole lot. I have 19 sort of crayon, pencil, slim lipstick style lip products. Last year I had 20. So I only went down by 1. This category stayed fairly consistent. I had 18 in 2022. I had 16 in 2021, 20 last year, and 19 this year. So again, went down by a little. Not a whole lot, but by a little. So if I look at my lip product total for, like I said, I did a lip balm total. This is sort of like my lip products total, not including like lip liners, but just sort of like lipsticks, lip glosses, liquid lipsticks, and pencil lip products. I have 107. This has definitely gone up from last year. Last year I had 94, but it's consistent and lower than previous years. So 2020 I had 111, 2021 I had 110. So it's gone down a little bit since previous years. Somehow I got this category a lot further down last year. I don't really know why, because I'm looking at numbers. And it's really not that. I think I miscalculated last year. Let me re-add from last year. Did I mess up last year? I had 112 last year, so I'm actually down. Yay! I'm down from last year. I had 112 in this group last year, and now I have 107, so that's pretty good. Again, in total, I feel like this category, I would like to be closer to like 80 to 90, like definitely under 100, which sounds like a ridiculous amount, I know, but I really have a hard time limiting myself with lip products or letting go of lip products, because I just like to play with them. Even though I don't finish them or wear them a lot, I like the variety. It's a challenge for me. It's definitely something I need to work on and figure out how to use less in this category or buy less in this category. All right, and last lip category, these are my lip liners. These are the exact same lip liners, I think, that I had last year. At least the number is the same. So I had 20 lip liners last year. I still have 20 lip liners. This is too many. I did swatch all of these last year, I think, and I did like look at them and figure out, like, you know, they're all pretty unique. There's no real overlap with them. I sort of categorize them like by color. So these are like the nude ones. These are the pinker ones. These are like the either brighter or deeper colors over on this side. But I'm still kind of missing. There's two things. So I see myself maybe decluttering this guy, this Dirty Little Secret one. I don't really love it. But again, like the shade is unique. So if I could find a replacement for that with that shade. And I still don't have a proper red lip liner. This was a red and this was a red, but they're both like not the red I was looking for. So I'm looking for more of a true red lip liner. So again, I want to buy a red lip liner. I just need to find which one that I want, and I don't want to spend a whole lot of money on it. I feel like drugstore makeup lately is so expensive, and like things never go on sale. So I just, you know, I'm on a no-buy anyway, but even if I wasn't on a no-buy, it's like I'm not tempted to buy anything because it's all too freaking expensive. And it's not like, you know, they call it the lipstick factor, and I'm totally a sucker for the lipstick factor, and I used to do this all the time. Like I'd come home, be on my way home from work, maybe it was a Friday, maybe I had a bad week and I want to buy something to like make myself feel better, or I had a great week and I want to buy something to celebrate, and so I would just go into the drugstore and like buy a lipstick or buy a lip liner or buy a mascara, like just buy one or two things, one off, and it was never too much money. It was always like, you know, under $20 for 2 items. Well, now it's like you're getting close to $20 for just one item, and that's like just too much money. So yeah, anyway, I'll stop griping about that. So total lip products, let me add up my total lip products, which last year's number is wrong, so let me redo that. Ding dong. I don't know what I was doing last year. So overall in my lip category, I am up, but I'm not mad because it's really due to the lip masks and the lip balms, which are not a big deal for me right now because most of those are minis. So last year I had 160 lip products, like including lip balms, lip liners, and colored lip products. This year I have 160, so I have the most when I look at the past 4 years. Like 2020 I had 160, 2021 I had 151, so I went down that year, 160 last year, and then up to 163. So again, just gotta be conscious about what I'm bringing in. That's kind of why I like to do these videos. It makes me really get familiar with what I have in my collection and not just go crazy and buy a bunch of stuff, because I have a lot of stuff already. I need to do full totals, so give me a minute and I'll come back and give you full totals, not including, how did I do this last year? Okay, yeah, so I'm not going to do like single totals for single eyeshadows. I'm going to add palettes plus single eyeshadows. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so I've added everything up from my inventory, and like my numbers were slightly wrong last year. because I did mess up counting up my lip products last year. But anyway, assuming I did this right, it could be off by a little bit, but not a whole lot. In total, like individual items, like individual face palettes, individual eyeshadows, individual lip products, anything like it's a tangible individual product. So not counting each shadow within each eyeshadow palette or each shade within each face palette. I hope that makes sense. Like tangible individual items I can grab. I have 555, up from 539 last year. So that's a difference of 16 items. Kind of a big jump, very much a big jump from 2020. So if I look at what I had in 2020 versus now, in 2020 I had 445 and now I have 555. So that's a difference of 110. I don't know what that 110 is. Guaranteed it's eyeshadows. Is a big chunk of that. For sure. And blushes. Blushes is obviously another large chunk of that. But yeah, it's kind of high. But for me, I'm close to being in a manageable range. I would like to whittle down a few categories by a little bit, but I don't feel super overwhelmed for the most part. I feel pretty comfortable with what I have. I mean, it's more than probably what the average person should have. I do have a YouTube channel. I do need to figure out how I'm going to proceed going forward, because the only way that I can keep things at this manageable level is if I get better at decluttering, if I want to continue to do reviews and bring new products in. And that's something I really, really struggle with. I have a hard time letting things go that are usable. So I'm going to have to figure out, I'm going to have to be better at letting things go that are new. So like reviewing something, and then within, 6 months or a year, if I'm not really using that product, even if I like it, letting it go, moving it along, giving it to somebody else, putting it on Poshmark, doing whatever I can to move that product along so somebody else can enjoy it and I can make more room for reviewing other products. I do like watching people's channels that are have a bit more of like a reasonable collection, because I feel like it's more relatable to me, knowing that my collection is bigger than... It's interesting, if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I probably would still hang on to a lot of items, but I might not buy as much. Does that make sense? Although I feel like in past years I might have bought more. One thing that keeps me like reined in is doing my buys and buys and like telling you how much I'm spending, because that's definitely like keeps you in check in terms of what you bring in. I feel like it'd be interesting. I don't know. Like, what is the sliding doors version of me that doesn't have a YouTube channel? I have no idea. I actually think I might have had a few years where I would have bought more, and then had some time where I wouldn't have bought any. So I don't know what that would have looked like. Anyway, I hope you like these makeup inventory videos. Feel free to give them a thumbs up. I really like doing them every year. It kind of helps me keep things in check. I like sharing what I have with you guys. It's really fun for me to watch other people's makeup inventories to see what products we have that are the same versus what products we have that are different. And I always find it really interesting to see I have like a lot in certain categories compared to other people, and I have very little in other categories compared to other people, which I find really interesting. It's just, I don't know, I like to compare and see what I have compared to others. But again, I don't, you have to think about yourself and what you're comfortable with. Like, I know I have way more than other people, and I know I have way less than some other people. So, for me, it's not about that. It's just more like, oh, that's interesting that they have like, 20 lipsticks, and I have like, what did I say, 39? And that's just in bullet lipsticks. So, or like some people have like, 40 or 50 single blushes, and I don't have that many, but I look at their collection, I'm like, oh, that's a really good collection though. Anyway, it's just very interesting, and it's part of the beauty community. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, that's okay too. Anyway, I hope you are doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.